Hallelujah, guys. We made it. It's the end of Fappy February. How did we do it? I don't know. But somehow we made it through 28 days of date sim, visual novel insanity. Uh, if you can't tell, I'm exhausted. Not, I mean, I don't mean that. I do mean that literally, but I don't mean that like I'm gonna die right now or something. What I mean is, I've had enough visual novels for a minute. Um, let's just start by recapping. Okay, this has been a great month. I actually had a fun time with this. I think I made mostly wise choices with what I had done. Other than maybe going just a little bit too hard with how many different things I did. I I may have gone a little overkill with dailies and having a long visual novel and having two other let's plays all simultaneously. But hey, can you really be mad when I literally finished them all up perfectly on time? Like here I am making this video and all that shit's a wrap. Well, for the most part, we'll recap that in a second. But the point is, as an overall month, I chalk it up as a success. I think it went pretty damn well. Now, in general, I'd say the first half of the month, the honey pop portion of the month, we'll say, went very well. Went over really well. Had a lot of views for most of the stuff that I did. But then when we finished honey pop, a little bit of a drop off in viewership, which honestly, without the promise of nudity from honey pop, doesn't really surprise me that much. Everything from then on was mostly mysterious, and most people didn't, as a general whole, most people don't know about it. Less popular games were played. So I'm not really surprised by the drop in viewership. But my point is, I think everyone was getting tired of daily visual novel slash date sim stuff, your boy included. Again, it doesn't take away from the fact that I had a lot of fun. It doesn't take away from the fact that I like that I did so many games in such a short amount of time, because I really like that part of it, because that means I've knocked out a big backlog of stuff. Not necessarily backlog, but just a catalog of things that I don't have to worry about now. I've done that. Somebody asked me, "Have you played that?" Yeah, I played the shit out of those. Man, I played a bunch of those. Which one you want to know about? And then, hey, maybe it'll lead me to something I actually super duper enjoy that's similar to one of those games. Who knows? Who knows? I guess my overall point is, theme months like this are really fun to do. They are a big task and a lot of work if you want to pull it off quite as thoroughly, we'll say, as I did. Reckless is probably another word. My reckless schedule made me decide to abandon many other things like streaming, just to cater to this weird theme month that I decided to just kind of do. I mean, there was some requests to do it, but I don't think anyone expected me to go as hard as I did. And that's mostly my own fault, because when I come up with something ambitious in my brain that I think I can actually pull off, I usually go for it. And hey, whether it pays off or not from an outside perspective is fine. But as a personal success, I think this month went fucking great. And like I said, we finished it all up perfectly on time. It's the 28th of the fucking February right now, and we're done with like the Fappy February theme. It's over. We're done. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. I would like some honest feedback of what you guys liked about it, what you didn't like about it. Maybe things different for another theme month some other time. When I say different, like things how you want me to handle it differently. I've already in my brain told myself, if I do another theme month sometime, scale it back a little bit, bro. If you're gonna do dailies, that's fine, but maybe don't do full let's plays that are like that are quite as intense as something like the visual novel stuff, where I was doing full hour on two other episodes, full hour length episodes of like Honey Pop and Sunrider Academy and If My Heart Had Wings. Those were all like hour-long episodes every day, and I didn't really miss any days at all. I made it through the whole month. It's crazy. So no, yeah, honest feedback, praise, hate, whatever, love, just excitement for being done with the month, whatever you want to say. I'd like to hear any feedback and all feedback in the comments of this video. Thank you very much for watching if you did, and if, like I said, if you left and came back just because we're done now, cool. That's nice to know that you didn't want to waste your time with something you didn't want to watch. I wouldn't do that myself, so I don't blame you. But if you were patiently awaiting me to come back, your boy's back. It's funky time once again. Get back to the real gameplay, the games that actually require me to do this. I've been sitting here with a fucking mouse in my hand reading shit for the last month. It's been a weird experience to not be playing video games with my hands. Well, not to say I haven't played anything off, on my own time, but very little time was spent. I'd say less than 8 hours this entire month was spent playing other games. Well, maybe around a little over because of I did play a little bit of like some games with my friends like Apex and stuff. But yeah, regardless of that, did not play a whole lot of other games. Tetris 99, I did play some of that too. So again, this is pretty much just like I said. This video is literally just to wrap up the month. Thank you for watching. Again, I did mention that I have other theme months in mind of things that we can possibly do. None of them are planned out perfectly. Like I'm gonna do them when and where and how, and none of that is set up yet. I have a couple of ideas I really like, a couple of ideas that are floating out there, but I think the ones I really like are more likely to happen. Um, Now, as to when they will happen, I don't know. I literally have no timetable for you. A month like this, it makes me exhausted to the point where I'm like, I just want to go back to playing games at a regular rotation, finish them up, and move on. They take as long as they take, and we move on. I don't have a plan for it. It just takes as long as it takes. I kind of like that. So we're gonna get back to that. So hopefully you enjoy that. The only other really thing we need to talk about is because this was anniversary month, we had the vote, and I guess I'll just bring that up here because I'm really not going to bring it up anywhere else because you're going to see the Let's Play start as soon as it does, and I'll start it on a stream because streams are back. Yakuza 0. It won. Pretty much by a landslide at this point. I mean, it started off, looked like Darksiders had a pretty good lead for the first day, or at least the first half of the first day. But after that, Yakuza 0 took that lead and never let go of it for the rest of the month. So, by popular demand, the next Let's Play you're going to see from me, at least, I won't say it's the next one you'll see first, because I actually have a couple days here leeway. I'm probably going to start it over on the weekend. But yeah, it's the next suggested. It'll go in the, main time slot zone of, next wave of Let's Plays. Alongside my other 2 Let's Plays. Yes, I'm still going to go back to 3 games at once. That's still going to be a thing. Obviously, my rotation will be a little different when it comes to recording and how I stream, because I'm streaming again. But when I get back into the swing of things, everything should rotate fine. I should have my 3 days like usual. So that should still be a thing. So I'm excited. Trying to think if there's anything else we really need to talk about. I guess we could just review the games a little more in depth for a minute here. So let's just start from the top. Honey Pop, again, the most popular game I played this month by far. No surprise, boobs everywhere, and many other things and sound effects. Granted, I did edit it out in a way, but I think the editing was funny, so hopefully you aren't too sad that I edited it all out. If you don't, you can go look up the actual naked pics somewhere else that's not on my channel. Sunrider Academy, which followed up, I enjoyed that because it was, again, had gameplay sort of it had like a sim management deal with it. I actually like games like that sometimes, though they can get a little tedious. When I started just deciding to click through that shit a little bit faster, everything seemed a little less drawn out, and yeah, we wrapped it up pretty fast. I had fun with that one though. The only thing I was sad about that one is that you can only do one girl arc per playthrough. So I was like, you can't really do the harem thing. Oh well. You live and you learn. And then, of course, there was the overarching LP for the entire month, or Let's Read, we'll call it, If My Heart Had Wings. Now, I really, really, really like the story of that one. My only gripe with the entire thing was that it just didn't have enough branching choices and stuff. Like, I don't know. It was straight up just visual novel. You lock yourself into a path pretty early on, and you're stuck in that path for many hours to read. And while that's fine, because it's like a book with some visuals, I don't know. Something about it being a Let's Play was tough and rough. And I already mentioned at the end of that Let's Play, I'll mention it here again just in case you didn't know. For those of you who do like that read-through, which I had a lot of fun doing, like, reading through that shit and just reacting and commentating to it. It was really fun to do, even though, it's really easy to do because it's just reading, right? I'm not, trying to be, really good at the game or anything. It's literally just me commentating. So sometimes that's just fun to mess around with, commentary over a movie type of thing. So it's fun. But again, it's exhausting because the game is long, or the reading is long, and I'm reading a lot of words. Although I didn't read all the girl voices, which probably saved me. If I had to read all the girl voices in that game, I would literally be dead right now, I think. Probably. Point is, I'll probably be going back to that game at some point, or that book, visual novel. I do want to see the other paths. So for those of you who asked the question in the final episode or near the final episode and you want to know and you're watching this video, yes, I will probably go back to that VN, and yes, I'll probably do the rest of the paths. It's just going to take me some time. What I'll probably do is I'll just spread it out, and when I'm bored, one day here or there, I'll read some of it, record it, and then post it. It'll just be on my own time type of thing. So it might be a couple months before we get through the rest of it, but as long as it gets done, I think it'll be fine. It would be nice to have it be a full, complete read through that someone can come across someday and go, oh, hey, look, I'll go through this visual novel that this guy blah 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 on. And to be fair, it's pretty sexy. Not gonna lie, not gonna lie. And then, of course, let's go through the dailies. No, I'm not going to talk about every single one of them, but I will talk about a few of my favorite ones. I should have probably wrote them down. You know what? I got a list. Let me open the list while I talk about it. So, I'm not going to read them all off, but I will at least pick some of my favorites. I mean, some of my favorites were the short and sweet ones that we did because they were so ridiculous, like the John Cena one, the Nicolas Cage one, especially the Gordon Ramsay one. Those ones were all pretty damn funny. I enjoyed all those. The Wario one was pretty good too. Um, what else did I like? I really like the Panzer Medels one and the Stay Stay Korea one. They're very ironic and very silly and have very good humor. I like the idea of those ones because they're just so absurd that they're funny as heck. Um, what other ones did I really like? Going through it. And the Kokoro no Doki Doki Senpai, that one was pretty damn absurd too. That's one of those absurd ones. Man, which one did I really like though? Oh, you know which one I'm a little sad about there at the end that we just played earlier today was Dream Daddy. I really enjoyed that. I didn't know how much I was gonna enjoy like the dialogue and stuff, but they did really good writing on the dialogue. I actually really liked reading that. Like it didn't feel like I played that for 2 hours. It was very well written, and I enjoyed reading the dialogue. I'm half tempted to go back and make that a full Let's Play at some point. Obviously, that's not something I'm in a hurry to do, but if there's a request out there for that, I will do it. And Perfect Date too. That one seems like it could be pretty funny, and that one wouldn't take as long. Neither Perfect Date nor Dream Daddy's a long game. They're just longer than it's worth. Longer than one video. That's what they are. Probably take me a couple few videos, but could be interesting. Could be fun. Again, I'm a little VN burned out right now, so you'll excuse me. You'll have to excuse me if I pass on doing a VN or a long RPG that has a lot of reading on the dialogue and stuff. Another one I really liked was that Monster Prom game. That was a good one too. Shit, man, I liked most of the ones I played, really. I'm looking through this list and I'm like, there's only a handful I didn't really like. And one of them, like, a couple of them are obvious because they were just bad. But for the most part, I enjoyed almost every single one I played to some extent. There was something to enjoy about most of them, so I really don't have anything to complain about, to be perfectly honest. The only thing I can really say that was bad about the month is just that I'm exhausted from reading so goddamn much. So that's really the only bad thing I have to say. So yeah. Did you enjoy it? I already asked that. Well, it's over, so whether you enjoy it or not, be happy or sad that it's over. And we're going to move on with our lives now. So back on the grind for regular LPs starting tomorrow. So, yeah, that's really all I have to say. So thank you for watching if you did, and thanks for coming back if you just came back. And I'll see you on something else real soon. Peace!